Pods, Podular. Welcome back, folks. It is Thursday, July 21st. This is episode 89. And we are here to break down STS9's big weekend in the Southeast. Starting in Snowshoe, West Virginia for 4848 Fest. Then down to the Millen Mine in Knoxville. And another long-awaited return to Birmingham, Avondale Brewing. So, we've got some boots on the ground commentary from a couple of longtime fans who have been waiting a long time for STS9 to return to their hometowns, and they both got that this past weekend. So we'll break down these shows, share our favorite video clips, audio clips, air clips, all that good stuff. But before we get into any of that, let's intro my co-host, Mr. Scotty Fuller. How are we doing today?
I'm doing great, brother. Little galactic spin class to get the blood going. I wanted to hop on a bike of some kind. I fucking love that one is clearly back and is gonna get its rightful name any day now, I'm sure. How you feeling, buddy?
Feeling good, man. One day,
One
we'll see
day.
what it's going to be called. Yes, absolutely. But hey, man, two runs in a row that we're seeing that song being back, so that's exciting. But
Yeah, it's here.
yeah.
This is a regular rotation song now, it seems like.
But yeah, over the course of this past weekend, man, it's been almost a collective, or probably I think more collective, of 30 plus years combined that STS9 has not been back to these three destinations in West Virginia, Knoxville, and Birmingham. So that's super exciting. They're doing a lot of that this year, where they're getting back to their stomping grounds and doing all that good stuff. And really good to see them put together these kind of weekends to get to some parts of the country that have needed some love for a while. So,
I mean, it's important, right? I think as anyone who chooses to really devote a lot of their free time to a band, anytime those tour dates start getting light, you start getting a little concerned. Obviously, everybody's entitled to some time off, but they're a band. That's what they do. So I think it's essential to any band to continue moving with any kind of relevance is to hit these markets that aren't a Colorado, an Atlanta, a California, a Chicago places, and really give them the fucking business. And
mm-hmm.
that's what we've got three separate nights to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
And joining us to talk about it today is an old friend. One of the first guests on the podcast, not the first, but first five or six. Joining us back from Knoxville. Welcome back, Brooke Montjoy.
Hey boys, how you doing?
So good. Better now. Better now.
Yeah, me
So
too.
Well,
Me too.
I think we're both feeling a little bit of FOMO from not being there for this weekend. So lucky
As
duck.
you should.
Got
Yep,
some
you should.
got some great shows here. Everybody able to stay cool over this past weekend? Zach was, again, all he talks about is the weather every time he goes back to the Southeast, I feel like.
yeah, the
Yeah.
weather turned his hair white. It was so hot down there.
Yeah, it's so hot. Honestly, Birmingham was hotter than Knoxville. But we also had an indoor show.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. A little bit of AC pumping in there, which is good.
But I still feel like the humidity was worse. And as soon as you got into like the Birmingham area, it was already like tornado alley with storms. So the humidity was rough.
Yeah, I bet.
Brooke, you just finished. You haven't said this to me directly, but I would venture to guess probably the biggest work week of your year. And what you do is very, very cool. So I want to give you a few minutes just to tell me about the last couple weeks of your life and what you've been up to.
Well, thank you for asking about that. It was actually one of the most incredible experiences ever. And not only was it probably like my busiest work week, but it only happens every 4 years. So it's pretty huge. So As most of you know, I work for Special Olympics Tennessee for the Tennessee State program, but every 4 years we have USA Games, so Special Olympics USA Games, uh, with all the delegations, all the states coming. And so, every state has their own qualifications and brings just a handful of athletes from Tennessee. And I got to go as staff, and not everyone got to go. So, you have to apply. If I was going at first, then I wasn't, and then I was going again. And I'm so glad I got to go because it was just the most unreal thing. So I'll just give you like a few quick highlights because otherwise this would be a whole pod episode, and that's not what we talk about here. But I got to, so fun fact, I did not know this. We are the largest peacetime airlift in the world. So I got to fly in on a private jet. There were 5 planes allotted to Tennessee. So there were 118 planes, 118.
Oh, cool.
Petty.
We had 100, we had 118 planes, and for various states. All our other people were on Southwest. So we had a large delegation. Only 25 of us flew private. But our pilot let me like sit up in the cockpit and was like teaching us how to fly. Once we got there, our opening ceremony was televised on ESPN and Disney Plus, and they like announced it was. I mean, it was legit. Demi Lovato was our musical entertainment.
Oh, let's go. I love
You
Demi
know,
Lovato.
the athletes loved it. So it was fun to watch them. I'll say that. Um, and then really I got to see sports on a level that you just wouldn't imagine the level of play that is happening within Special Olympics at the national level. And one of our athletes broke the world record in swimming for Special Olympics. One of our teams made it to the championship on ESPN. We played Massachusetts Unified with and without disabilities, the teammates. So it was really cool. I was on the rail. I was on the rail cheering on.
Nice.
And my husband texted me and he was like, "Are you close to the camera?" And I was like, "No, actually, I'm not. Why?" And he was like, "I can hear you wooing." Very,
It's that same sound you hear on a soundboard every now and then, right? Yeah.
it is. It is. And so then I kid you not, a few hours later, I got an email from somebody at Special Olympics North America that was like, "Hey, girl, I don't know if you have a doppelganger, but this person has great energy and she is cheering so loud." And I was like, "Oh my God." So my wooing was on ESPN, and I got to meet Tanner from Love on the Spectrum. So just some really cool stuff. And the final thing was there was an athlete. So in Special Olympics terminology, an athlete is a person with an intellectual disability. One of our athletes is a DJ, and he DJ'd the opening
Sick.
party. You can follow him. His name is DJ Nixter. He's from Minnesota. That's where our games were, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And he is mentored by the Timberwolves. Is it the Timberwolves? Does that sound
Yeah,
right, boys?
that's
The
that's
That's right.
that's the
Yep.
Timberwolves,
basketball team. Yes.
Mhm.
their head DJ is his mentor. And
Oh,
so
hell
I'll have
yeah.
to send you some pictures. So, anyways, to kind of finish off my trip with music, it ended with DJ Nixter at the private jet hangar as we left. And
Oh,
everybody trades pins, y'all. Every state
Wow.
has pins. Like if that's like how everyone gets to know each other. So I was like, I
Hmm.
know, I know how this works. I know this.
bring
So
bring
yeah,
your pin board. Yep.
yeah.
Um,
So
I've
thanks
always
for letting me
thought
talk about that.
I've always thought the man Tanner looked like an athlete for sure. So I bet he was crushing it out there. But thank you for all you do with that, Brooke. It's a wonderful thing, and you deserve to be on a private jet for that kind of shit. So very cool.
Thank you.
um,
Thank you.
so shall we? Shall we
Let's
go
do.
let's do
al-
that.
almost heaven, West Virginia? I don't know all the fucking words to that
I don't either.
song.
Mountain
All right,
Mama.
dude,
I
the
actually,
fucking
I could
the
actually
world
probably do it.
the World Cup got me pumped up on that song when they're using that song at the end of the USA games and everything like that. And I was like, yo, this should pop in the
Did you see the Braves clip?
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh, I'll send it to you
Yeah.
afterwards. They're singing it, and I think it's Austin Riley just crank the Hummer in unison with like the country road. It's great. It's not a baseball podcast anyway. STS9, West fucking Virginia, baby. Let's go.
Every now and then. So, yes, first time STS Dine had been in West Virginia. Only
In
the
a long
fifth
time.
in a very long time. Only the fifth time. The only all the other four times were in Masontown, West Virginia, at all good. Before they went ahead and moved to Legend Valley. So I thought that was a cool nugget here. So we've had at least on
Wow.
soundtrap.us. Maybe there was some back in the day, prehistoric, we like to call it, anything that's not on soundtribe.us. They might have played a venue in West Virginia, but nothing in the records here. So it had been since July 9th, 2015. So a full
Wow.
11 years and change here, which is really cool. Guys, this was in the Smoky Mountains on a ski
Mm-mm.
resort.
No,
Uh,
not the Smokies.
okay, not the Smokies. My bad.
Appalachian, probably along the
Appalachian.
Appalachians. So yeah,
Same mountain range, right?
there you go. You got it.
Yes, I'm getting to it here. But this place looked fucking beautiful, and I had no idea that there was a stream going on until like 5 minutes before, where our buddy Brad let us know that he was ready to tune in for the stream and everything like that. And the fucking like scenery here, unbelievable. It started this stream with like a quick look at what we're looking at here. Just gorgeous here.
Holy
Unbelievable.
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean, I
where the
pause
fucking
this.
festival was?
Yes. So
This
here
looks like
this
Narnia, dude.
this
What?
the stage is right here. So a lot of, unlike, your typical ski resort in Colorado, which I'm sure a lot of our listeners are familiar with, where the ski town is at the base of the mountain and everything like that. Uh,
Hmm.
in these type of ski resorts, a lot of times the resort area, or the ski town, is at the top because it goes down into a valley, right? So yeah, you're at the top of the ski lifts here, probably at 4 or 5 thousand feet of elevation, a little bit. And yeah, this is the stage right here, and just like this drone shot, I thought was really cool to share coming into it. So the backdrop was incredible. It was all over Zach's story, how much fun he was having, like in the state of West Virginia, and how beautiful it was. Like, look at these mountain ranges. That is just
Like at the
insane.
top of them, bro.
Yep.
You're like parallel with these things. This is
It
nuts.
And I'm sure most of the lodging for the festival
Hmm.
goers
Oh,
were like these hotels here and stuff like this. Looks like they've got like a little camping area right here, maybe. But yeah, there's the stage, and I mean, this looks like a big
dude.
fumble of maybe not making it to this event.
This lineup is like my southern spirit.
Yeah,
I had no idea it was gonna be like this. This is a huge fucking fumble.
right. Yeah, it looks really cool. And yeah, it looks like an event where again, they were a little bit of the sore thumb on. I think like Lotus was like the only type of like um
And
act,
didn't they do the rodeo
some kind of
thing?
rodeo rave or something like that.
Which
Yeah, and there,
it looked cool. P-off from Green Sky sat in. It looked like
oh
a
sweet.
party. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of bluegrass. The string dusters right before them, which is really cool. We featured a little bit of their music on the podcast before. They do a great cover of Breathe In. But yeah, we get right into it with a 9 minute Vapors opener, and like anytime it seems like they opened with Vapors, you're in for it that night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
then
love vapors.
yes, and then we see a fun segue that we saw at the last festival they played, the in Vermont, the Strange Games into Shock Doctrine, which I thought was cool for them to revisit that high energy start here. No Outcast samples on this one, but a nasty Shock Doctrine jam. This one's on the cutting room floor. Um, I mean, it was short but sweet, but really great funk stuff here. Phipps all over the organ and piano. And then that led to a quick break into the longest track of the night, which is a near 15-minute totem. Um, this one, guys, it seemed like they were playing around with some newer stuff in the totem, and like there was a little bit of clunkiness to it, but I mean, I'm all for like the band trying new things and messing shit up sometimes if it's in the name of like experimentation and like reworking songs and everything like that.
That's interesting you say that. The modular section in this totem felt familiar to me.
Yeah, it's still the same modular thing that they've been doing. I think they were playing around with the tempo a little bit, but it's that modular section that stemmed from the improv from one of the Wave Spell tracks from Camp Elsewhere. So that has kind of worked its way into Totem, which has been pretty cool. I think it's been a huge year for Totem, which is great. Like we were seeing some 8 and 10 minute totems where back in 2015, 2016, this was regularly a
This is the
15 to
standard, yeah.
18 minute. Yeah. So it's cool to see them getting back to it. And then probably the most interesting um, choice of the night here was just a standalone 4 minute 1 2 3. I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if we've really seen that in the past. They've really been doing the 1 2 3 and to light the way. If not starting that whole a suite like we talked about last weekend with starting with the bigs, right? So that was an interesting decision. And then
Yeah, I mean, kind of a spaghetti at the wall moment.
yeah,
I think when you're when you're at a festival, I'm not a big believer in like I think some people would argue there's like a festival set, right?
yeah,
And those are I don't know. I think when people say that, it's like with the tone of like mailed inness, which I don't believe ever happens with this band. That being
right,
said, I do think that they recognize that there are some songs that probably are going to universally pop a little harder to a casual fan, and 1 2 3 certainly is on that list.
sure.
So from that perspective, that it just felt like oh, I'm sure somebody will like this.
Right. It's a little bit of a reset, right? Because I
Yeah,
mean, you have a 2 hour set with no set break. So like within those 2 hours, which me and Scotty, me and you have become a big fan of that format, like you do got to hit a little bit of a reset at some point.
yeah,
And then they get back and going with
good point.
a nice portal there. And then this Sky High was fucking awesome in my opinion. This is one that's on the cutting room floor as well. I really like what they're doing with the infusion of the To the World backtrack into Sky High to start it, like really ambient start to it, and then you get into the obviously the Goody Mob samples and everything like that, and then the drum and bass section they kind of go back to it. And Phipps going nuts on the modular on this one, and some really cool stuff from Hunter Brown from the Sky High as well. But that brings us to our first clip. And it seems like we've got a little bit of a rework here with maybe one of the tracks that we don't feature very often, one of the newer ones. So we'll start with that one here, a short one.
What a shot!
Woo! Okay, Drew. fucking give it up for the production here. My God, that shit looks amazing.
What a fun clip to start with because there's so much outside of the actual music to talk about here. Let's just get the elephant out of the room real early, boys and girls. Mr. Velmer, you have changed your hair, sir.
He's on his Slim Shady shit, dude. Blondes have more fun. My God. That shit caught me so off guard when I tuned into the stream. I was like, is the color on my TV off? Like, what the fuck?
Brooke, thoughts?
I think he's like our Barbie. He's our STS9 Barbie.
Oh,
Let's give him Ken at least. Come on.
yeah. Well, yeah, it looks like Ken.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Barbie's Ken. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would say your move, Hunter Brown and Alana Rockland.
Oh my God. Alana is not going to touch that hair.
Nah, touch it, Alana.
All natural.
If anything, go purple.
Which one of them goes with dreads first?
Hunter.
No, if Hunter did that, he would look like Jimmy Herring, bro.
Oh my gosh.
He would, yeah. I'm already thinking he's starting to like exude more and more Jimmy Herring fucking energy lately, especially in the hat days. My God.
Yeah.
But I thought this was cool, man. Like the intro reminds me a little bit of that new ABC's intro that they've got going.
Kind of a fan.
It gives the song a little bit of an introduction section before just like getting into hammering the vocal sample over and over and over again, and hitting the drum beat right away, like easing into it. Alana tapping that intro is like almost like a tapping intro a little bit. And I mean, Jeffrey's fucking popping on this shit too. This had me really impressed, honestly.
To me, this is one of those songs where if you hear the original song and the sample that it comes from, it's it's very reminiscent of it. It's still a Sound Tribe song, but I don't know. I think the sample kind of takes over the entire moment for this song. And this, to me, my first thought hearing it was, okay, now it's starting to sound like an STS9 song.
Like a song with sections. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think hearing that, there's probably the potential to slow down the shaky ground sample, bring that in slowly, as maybe kind of a background accomplice to this intro, because this intro is obviously a little bit slower and more exploratory. But I have nothing but good things to say about this little moment at the beginning of Shaky Ground, and I hope it is the beginning of this song growing some legs, because I feel like it's been pretty stationary for a minute now.
I agree. Totally.
Yeah.
It gives a little bit of hope for sure there. So, and then we follow that up with When the Dust Settles, which, I mean, I feel like it's such a good move. It's such a good move at a festival like this. I mean, it's going to be one of those songs that if someone's seeing them for the first time, that's going to be a moment that they remember. And like unreal placement of that song, and then this next one, which is our full length clip here from night one of the run.
Stop fucking playing with my bass player, god damn it. Oh my god. Moving like a man that just dyed his hair white.
Stop playing with my fucking guitar player too, Scotty. God damn, Hunter Brown on this
Man.
shit, dude.
Man, let me tell you something, man. So there is this like incredibly charming humility to the band that we choose to dedicate this much time to. Um, for you and I, Nate, that grew up in the 90s with some good old shit talking athletes to look up to, I refuse to believe that the Hunter Brown that grew up in the same Atlanta, Georgia that I grew up in doesn't have a bit of an ego about just fucking standing out as a badass guitar player. And
Hmm.
I know Alana fucking because how couldn't she? She's a woman in this male dominated field. That's automatic chip on your shoulder. That's automatic fuck you energy. And this lineup of musicians are not any fucking slouches, dude. You got String Dusters, you got Kanika Moore and her band, the Revivalists, Daniel Donato, Grateful Shred, Green
Daniel
Sky,
Donato, bro, one of the
Lotus,
best
Moon,
guitarists out there. Yep.
dude, Moon Taxi, Big Something. Like these are fucking musicians, dude. And
I went to high school with the keyboardist from Moon Taxi.
did
Well,
you?
rival high schools, Wes. Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of people would look at STS9 and maybe not be that familiar with their game at this point. And opening up Thursday, headlining that first day, man, I had the thought as that Ramon was playing that like if you're gonna play the when the dust settles and the shaky grounds and all that other stuff, you gotta come with the Ramon or a moon socket, something like this, where each member of the band can be like, "Oh no, we can fucking really play with these people, and we might fuck around and be the best musicians on this entire lineup." Like, who is better than Alana Rockland at her best? And I think
Nobody.
this Ramon is just kind of I like to think of it as like this is who
Yeah.
the fuck we are, you know? Sorry,
Yeah.
that's just
No, no, no.
how
That
I
I
feel.
wonderfully said is
Yeah,
exactly what I was thinking looking at that. And just like also like who doesn't love watching the band play maybe their peak like song of like showing up, flexing all of their muscles,
yeah,
right? You've got funk, you've got rock, you've got drum and bass in there. You got all the shit that they do best and a lot of the shit that they do that nobody else does, right?
right.
And it's just such an OG fucking banger and one of those songs that they could play at every show and nobody would be mad. And we talk about career spanning set lists and like that's what they're fucking laying down here, right? They're like, hey, yeah, we're like that, right?
Yeah.
It's that kind of statement for sure. So
What, one more kind of just thing for people that get to go back and watch this, and I'm wired up, so I might have to take my headphones off. There's a moment where just fucking puts so much stink on her bass that she just stands there like that with her bass hanging from her fucking shoulder, and
yeah,
it's almost like she's had enough of herself that
no
night.
hands.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
get this fucking
Look,
thing
Ma, no
off.
hands.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I don't know, it just made me giggle.
for sure. Love it. Great placement for that song. And then like this song ends. If I would have left that like fucking video keep playing, it would like the break in between that Ramon kind of spaceship landing and when the beat goes on remix hits is like so immediate where it's like you didn't even have you're exhaling and then they just hit you with that dance floor banger, right? With this
I
beat
love
goes
it.
on remix, which has been huge. And they matched the length of the Ramon with this one too. And yeah, it comes in at the second longest track of the night at 11:49. And this one, and I think the one I want to say from Charleston got a little bit of love too that we played. So it's really cool to see them kind of extending this a little bit too. As
Hey,
we
am
got
I tripping, or is on the soundboard the shaky ground is after the Ramon
yeah, it's right on the set list, but it's mislabeled in
on
the
these
track
songs?
list. Yep,
Gotcha.
Mm.
exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I was like,
Yep.
what am I looking at? Because on the thing under it, it's labeled correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
set list at the bottom is right. Yes.
okay,
So Beat Goes On remix into Year Infinity remix, which I don't know why we're not just calling this the beginning of Year
oh
Infinity now.
yeah.
like
Weird separation.
they're not doing it every time, but I think at this point we can just kind of lump those together,
Yeah.
which I love. And then it's some great energy at the end of this year, Infinity as well, to let a bunch of people know who haven't seen them in a while in West Virginia what they've been up to for sure. So then it finishes up with a fucking banging Click Lang Echo. One that we did not see last at the last run, right in Colorado.
Oh.
So the thread continues of of switching up set lists and giving people different things weekend in and weekend out, right? Which is good to see. And then the great Zach track from this. I don't know if you guys caught the sign that was flashing like love up by like the up by the hotel by the stage. Zach's like, there's a big sign over that says love. Actually, I was like, did they put that in right field for Zach? So I thought that was funny. So we are on to Knoxville here, and
Spirit fingers.
yes, we love it. First time the band has been in Knoxville in a very long time. Tell us about the drought. How have the people in Knoxville been doing since what would have been the Mill and Mine the last time they played in 2017, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
was not at that show. And then I believe there might have been a 2016 Tennessee Theater show, and I also was not at that one.
God, that
Yep.
2017 one's a rough one to miss.
I know I was, I had just given birth. I was still in the hospital.
Oh,
Uh,
well,
but
maybe not.
it killed me a little. But the birth of my daughter was more
God
important.
damn. I'm sure you
I
probably
did.
said that on the podcast last time. I completely forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I got a lot. I got some comment for that, if you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I I got exactly what I needed 9 years, well, like maybe 11 years later for me, 9 years
Hmm.
later for them. Yeah.
so tell me about Mill and Mine.
Mill and Mine, to be totally honest, it's not a favorite venue
Okay,
for folks in Knoxville. Just the sound is not great, but the venue is nice. Like it's some people don't agree with me. I feel like it's got a similar vibe to an orange peel, it, in terms of layout. Big wood floors. Standing room only. The bar, there's really not much of a line for the bar. It's a nice venue, just on the outskirts of the most hopping part of downtown. So I mean, it's a great location. Um, and if that's where they're going to play, I'm gonna be there.
sure.
I do, I was thinking about this earlier today because I know you guys always talk about venues, and the Bijou Theater is a great space, but I do
Hmm,
love a standing, like I like having dance room, not having all the rows of, so that you can mingle, you can float around and be with your friends. So I'm trying to decide what I would prefer, like in that regard. Maybe an outdoor venue sometime.
it seems like once you've blessed a room with artifact, you just gotta fucking keep going back, right? I mean,
I mean,
Yeah, and
and
those were their official 20th anniversary shows. Because the
they also have a killer green room. I've been so it's really nice up there. In fact, during set break, Zach like popped out because their green room has curtains, but it's like windows overlooking the whole room.
sure.
And so during set break, they like spotlight up on Zach, because they're doing the Soul Slap remix. And so
Oh, they
he's
did
like
it.
coming
They
out.
did it again.
They did
Okay.
it again.
So
Yeah.
yeah, let's give some time to this here, Scotty, because there's one thing we failed to speak about with
Yes.
Moss and Angela. So this thing happened apparently of what we're hearing. It sounds like it was basically kind of like a little mini PA set where it was like Alana and Zach up by the VIP area of Mishawaka, where they went ahead and played the what's going to be soon released. I would assume.
August 6th, he said.
Okay,
Oh,
August
he
6th.
fucking
Wow.
said it,
He
huh?
said it
Wow,
in
that's sick.
Birmingham.
Very
Huh.
cool. So they've been doing this, which is really cool. It's Separate playing out this studio version of Soul Slap, which I think me and Scotty would say would probably be the number one song we were most surprised about not being on the Human Dream. Uh,
Yeah.
and we got some cool insider information from Taylor that like the middle section of the album, or not album, studio version of Soul Slap is kind of like Axel F ish, right? Or La Axel, like they're calling it on the set lists, right?
That's what I was kind of
Yeah.
hearing, and I was questioning if that's what I was hearing.
hmm So
I really
that
like it.
yeah, that's cool. So I can't wait to hear it. Obviously, I haven't been at one of these shows, so I haven't heard it yet. So that's a really fucking cool thing that they've been doing for sure. But
Yeah, so yeah,
um,
he just kind of like hopped out. So the venue itself is pretty it's not a bad venue.
yeah,
It's a nice
it's
venue, but it's not our favorite in terms of
I
sound,
think
but we don't have a lot of options.
yeah, I think the band is really into playing updated venues at this point, right? And the
Hmm.
Tennessee Theater is a great room, but I gotta think that it probably needs some upgrades, right? And as they should be, the band should be as comfortable as possible wherever the fuck they're going, right? So
Exactly.
they deserve cool accommodations, and I saw there's some really cool accommodations at the Birmingham show. We'll get to that too, but talk to us, the people of Knoxville, right? How did it feel when we got this announcement? How jazzed were we?
Oh my gosh, like speechless. When did that announcement even come out? Like I have been so excited for
It
so
would
long.
have been early
Ago.
in the year. Yeah, probably like February.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I mean, the group chat was popping off. Of course, like I had people like former students' parents texting me that the band was coming,
Oh
or
yeah.
people like it was actually really funny because I'm like, oh, I love you, but I'm already there. Like
Right, right.
I will be there. But it was really funny how many people were sending me.
Oh,
They wanted
did
to
you
be
hear?
they
Yeah.
wanted to be the
It
first to tell me.
it's always funny for crazy people like us when like casual fans from our city try to like feel like they're breaking news to us about this. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I knew about this shit before the announcement, right?
So I wanted to make sure before I corrected you. They didn't announce this show until April 8th.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
It's
Okay.
not a
couple months
super
early.
quick turnaround, but
Right.
a quicker turnaround than I remembered too. I thought it was a little closer than that.
Yeah.
Um,
But it's
Yeah.
it's great to hear the word hit the streets of Knoxville, which is a place that the band has some great history
I
with.
mean,
Um,
we immediately started, scheming, scheming up a McNice party, which came to fruition.
nice.
Little pre-party to start the night. Um, and people showed out. It started at 5. And honestly, I'm going to probably get so much hate, and this might be a hot take, or it might be the best take ever with our age, but 5 to 7, a pre-party with food
Mm,
Way better than a fucking late night.
is
Say it,
so
Brooke.
much better.
yeah.
Yes.
Way better. Way
Yep.
fucking better.
We got to go back home and chill and get a little bit of rest for Birmingham. Now, not everybody from Knoxville got rest. There was still after parties. We just didn't host it so that we could leave and go back to our bed.
hmm
But yeah, I loved the pre-party vibe.
Yep.
So I'm here to make that normalize pre-parties.
Man,
Yes.
listen, dude, can you imagine? Picture this, guys. The Eastern, that little fucking courtyard area that they have, just McNice up in the corner, a
And there's
couple,
all different food
all that
places.
restaurant food, just fucking go get what you want, pull up, a party with McNice, walk in when you want. It's over at 7. Doors are at 7. Come pull up. Like, whoo, I
Yep.
love that, Brooke. That's such a good idea.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're welcome, everybody. But Daniel pulled it off. He had a great crowd. It was at our it's called Preservation Pub. We call it Pres Pub around here, and it's in Market Square, which I had Lauren Shelton, Gina, Nguyen, and Brian Blute staying at my house. And so we all went into the pre-party together, and Lauren was like, "Oh my gosh, this feels like Boulder." which it really does.
Knoxville does feel like Boulder. I agree with that.
Our pedestrian street mall area is very much like the Pearl Street Mall on a
Yeah.
much smaller scale.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I think of that every time I'm in Boulder. So, yeah, the venue is 3 stories. So, like, I was just walking around to people like, hey, if you're not from here, please make sure you check out all floors.
Yeah.
The top floors are gorgeous rooftop full of crystals, like thousands of
Cool.
dollars of massive, massive crystals. And the connecting place next door is called Bernadette's Crystal Bar Room, which is the owner's wife, and it's full crystals. So like they
Oh,
own pretty
sick.
much all the blocks around the area. Prez Pub is the hub for all of us, like back in the day, after parties for shows, like Prez Pub is the hub. So I was really glad McNice got to play there, and it was walking distance to the Mill and Mine. So we headed over to the Mill and Mine and got things started. And yeah, no water bottles there. That is my one complaint. Nature.
Mm. Mm.
Um, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that. Yeah. So
You see, the fish crowd has an absolute field day with venues that do not allow empty water bottles. That should be a fucking standard, 100%,
I
especially
mean,
in the
that's
Southeast in
like a basic
July.
right.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
basic right to carry an empty water bottle into a place of business and be able to fill your water up. Like, come on.
Yep. That's
So
crazy.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
No, you're good. Well, yeah, we'll get to the music here.
Yeah.
This opening,
Well, do we want to bring in our second guest? It sounds like he might be ready to go.
Let's do. Oh,
all
sorry,
right.
you choose Nate. I don't run this show.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have him hop in here.
All right. Joining us, our first, one of our first ever mid-episode joins, from Birmingham, Alabama. You might know this man from I would imagine, close to 100 shows. I didn't do a count before I did this intro. Ever since, like, I don't know, 2015, 2014.
2013. 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
You might know this man because his lovely mother has been a guest on this podcast. And of course, we had to bring him in for Sound Tribe's return to Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome, Chris Nguyen, to the show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm at 122 now. 122.
122. Holy shit, let's go.
Where's the time gone? You know what I mean? I'm a little bit slowed down a little bit more nowadays, but just it's still the few and far in between shows. I've definitely grown to really appreciate those a lot more than hitting 30 in a year, which what a time. What a time to be alive,
Absolutely.
2018 and 2019 were definitely rippers for sure.
Yeah.
But welcome, man. Good to complete the win suite here.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to see you guys. I miss all of y'all so much. Yeah.
Oh, we
Okay.
miss you too, buddy.
Well, we were just getting into the music from Knoxville here. Brooke gave us a wonderful rundown of taking us to the vibe of Knoxville, Tennessee. But let's go inside the Mill and Mine. I'm sure around 9:17 p.m. This one was on the cutting room floor here, Scotty, the opening segment, because you've been a little bit impatient with where Menacer's been going. You've been hoping it's going to come back to a little bit of the punch in the mouth style that we
Yes.
saw in the early days of this song. And we got a little bit of that here with this Menacer into When the Dust Settles Reprise. We get the Denzel Washington intro here, which I think is really cool to start the song and a cool way to start the show. But then they go from that pretty part of Menacer and go right back into the da-na, da-na. And then they bring in When the Dust Settles Reprise, which I
Yeah.
thought was really fucking cool. And someone like you who's been looking for something like that, Scotty, I think that would perk your ears up for sure.
Yeah, man. Let's keep playing with the Minister, but not too much. I think this was.
I think the journey of that song's really interesting because at the beginning, it was pretty much just the da-na,
Yeah.
and it was banging, right? And then
Yeah.
they brought that second part of it, and it kind of had this cool like full circle to me, a completion of like a song. It had that great like transfer over to like this great ambient like kind of
Yeah.
modular kind of thing. It was cool. And then I'm guessing, Scotty, what Nate was kind of alluding at, that it kind of seems like they kind of just kept playing with that instead of doing like, the chomp. Like my fun thing. My little brother
Your
loves that
brother,
song. Dude,
he was
he does the
stoked for it.
he does the this is shout out Sam. This is for Sam. The alligator clap for that song. He loves to do that.
He was very excited for the opener. And honestly,
Yeah.
Scotty, I remember that pod where you were like, can we be done with that one for a while? And I even thought about it when it came on, and I took notes. I wrote, I didn't mind it as the opener. And I really liked how they chopped that into when the dust settles.
Yep.
Really cool. And a little fun fact, I made a killer warm-up to Minister. It was the awesome Minister on Spotify before they like redid stuff when I used to teach workout classes. And I had some people who came to Sound Tribe that used to take my class. And I was like, oh man, hilarious. I bet we got some girls about to like break out my warm-up on the dance floor.
That's
so great. Yeah, I like it. I thought it was a good way to start the show. I wasn't mad about it, but I did think of you, Scotty.
And I'm never mad about a minister. Even Chris, even like on the note of like the kind of leaning into the second half of that, and I've said this on the podcast before, I feel like even that part took a step back in the mix. Like it almost feels like you're hearing the chomping from far away, and
it's quieter. Okay. For sure.
Yeah. And to me, the best part about that song is it literally like jumps out and gets you. And I was like, oh yeah, and once that was taken, it kind of lost like the thing that really got me fired up about it.
For sure. I think that those times too, when they were just introing all those new songs like that and like Dusk, like around those eras, that was so cool because we kind of got to see the creation of those songs, like, you know what I mean? Like steadily in like live showings, instead of them releasing them, we literally were just seeing the song get made. Which is really
and then on the back end, see what the studio version of it ended up being. That ended up to me, that was a really cool thing about the Human Dream. You're right. I mean, for people that have been seeing this live experience for a while, we watch these songs grow into the studio instead of out of them.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, that brings us to our first clip of the night. Speaking of segues, they hit you with another really cool, unprecedented 1-2 punch here. You talk about the new with the old. It doesn't get more new and more OG than this.
You can immediately hear it, like the guitar riff too for Monkey. Like that piece is just so great.
You'll hear the crap go nuts before Jeffrey gets up.
And does Jeffrey just like walk over?
Gets up.
He just walks over. That's the perfect thing.
Holy fuck. Oh. God fucking damn, dude.
This song will like always have a special place in my heart. It's always so great.
Oh. Fucking loves when he does that.
The Melodies is a bit smaller venue too, so I bet the energy in that place is just immaculate.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so this is an unprecedented segue, but also accompanied with what I can't remember happening ever before, which is Jeffrey hopping off from behind his kit and joining Zach on the drum kit. Brooke, you were the only one there. Talk us through what happened here.
I mean, that's exactly what happened. So, of course, as you all know, I'm shorter. So, I couldn't see, like, I started hearing people going, "What's Jeffrey doing?" And I'm like, "Oh man, here we go again." Because, Red Rocks,
Sure.
same story. Where's Jeffrey? What's going on with Jeffrey?
The
Is he
hidden,
sick?
the hidden
Do you have
Jeffrey
to go to,
chick, yeah.
do you have to go to the bathroom? Um, so yeah, he just hops up and walks over and just starts playing. The crowd starts going nuts, and it was really fun to watch. We were talking about it in one of our group texts, and Derek LaRiviere said, "Don't you just wish they would have like done it like the ghost scene where Jeffrey just came behind?"
Holy shit. That's amazing.
Dude,
God
that's
damn.
too good.
Someone's got to make that meme right now.
I had to put it out there, and now it
You
has
can't
to
even
be
hold it together, dude. You can't.
Oh my God, Derek, that's so good.
funny. He's the best. So, anyways, I have
Because
that
yes.
image every time now. So good. Yeah. But yeah, it was a great monkey that was, and it was almost a little Move My Monkey. Like, I don't know if they're in Move My Peeps that followed Monkey, there was a little playing around in there. We were saying Move My Monkey in the crowd at least.
So, out of my curiosity, like, how long was Jeffrey there? Was it just for that intro, like, kind of where
Just for the
Nate's-
intro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so like, kind of like where Nate stopped it. Is that where he kind of just like shifted back over real fast?
You kind of hear around like the 250 mark where you can hear like Jeffrey's
Zach.
cowbells
Yes.
restart. Yeah,
Yes.
where he
Okay.
got right back there before
Okay.
they hit the
And you can
breakdown.
hear Zach really start to like pound his drums
Yeah.
Yeah.
without abandon, like there's nobody in the way.
Yeah. Or
Um,
holding him.
or holding him from behind.
Jesus Christ, man, we're getting some good content from this guy. And then and that's a little foreshadowing too here.
Mhm.
With what they go on to play afterwards with the Move My Peeps. So you're kind of seeing a reverse Move My Monkey here, which is really fucking cool. But coming out of Reminisce, I mean, dude, like Hunter hitting that Reminisce guitar lick, but like putting a little bit of that monkey music effect on it, a little bit more of the
Mhm.
reverb. Man, like they just hit you with shit that you didn't know you needed, but or you
Yeah.
didn't necessarily want, but like fuck, man, that is so like God, Reminisce is so fucking good.
Yeah, that's a
And
great
that
song. It's a great song. It's very well written. I think it has just a really good ebb and flow. I think
Yeah.
that, especially
it's
for
so
like this Star
chill.
Trek.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
groovy.
dude, it's got the call and response. It's got the da 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 da, which is like a fucking
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it's a question and answer, right?
It
It's
really
like
shows off Alana. It's got that like hip hoppy vibe to it. Um, every time it comes on, I usually joke that and say, everybody's gonna have sex tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a very sexual song for sure.
I
It's
mean,
just so sexy when they
It's
play it.
it's a love making song. It is a song that would be that in the Ghost movie for sure. That would be. I forget the song that they used for that scene, but
It's
replace.
reminiscent. No, it's
Yeah,
reminiscent.
it is. Yeah.
I
Like
I
we
that
should put that over. We need somebody to dub that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is I want to be clear. And I think I might have said this before. But I really feel strongly about this. It's not the best STS9 song, but it's the best song they're playing right now.
Mm,
It is
Okay.
consistently fucking a standout, undeniable song. I mean,
yeah.
it is a callback to everything classically beautiful about music. Like,
Yeah.
you don't. I'll take all the bells and whistles, but you don't need them. And like,
Right.
a Reminisce is a very good example of like,
It's an R&B song, man.
It's a
yeah,
good
Yeah.
breather. It's like a
yeah,
reset, but it's not like a boring reset.
No,
no,
you could cut a rug to this
Like
song for sure.
exactly,
yeah.
but it gives you a reset, but like it's still a
It
banger.
it
Yeah.
washes a room with like such a wonderful vibe. Like, I'll never forget the one from the Eastern this year.
Yeah,
And
with to the world into it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
just
so
Yeah, yeah,
I
sick.
love
yeah.
that one.
the
That was a
what
great way to like in that second. Yeah, I remember that whole thing. It's fabulous.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can't say enough
also
nice things about it.
capping off a wave spell set with it, like encoring it, like that's a
Yeah,
statement.
Hmm.
So
right. They clearly feel very strongly about this song, as they
yeah.
should.
So this monkey music goes on to rip for another fucking 10 minutes. And then yeah, we get to Move My Peeps after, which was an
I
awesome.
needed that. It had been a
Yeah.
minute for me
I
for that
really
one.
I like that they did the songs. Just they did like the reminiscent into Monkey. They did that, but then they stopped and then they just did a full Move My Peeps. And
Yep.
both of those
Yeah.
songs are just so well made. And I
Yeah.
think that being able to showcase them, just like boom, here it is, and then boom, here it is just a really good
Cool
way.
thought.
Like yeah, and then
Yeah.
just yeah.
They stay on the jazz tip with the beginning of Move My Peeps, right? With the movement section, and then they hit you with the For My Peeps section, the fucking drum and bass, right? And
Mhm.
it's the first drum and bass of the night. Really, we didn't see a whole lot of drum and bass the rest of the show, aside from the section in the later part of the second set. So to sprinkle in a little bit of drum and bass was definitely needed in this first set. And then shout out to fucking Bob finally getting his fucking Atlas here.
At
That tall
last.
at last.
Yeah, I
And
love that.
that fucking tall motherfucker, I'm sure you could see
He
him from
was
across
very
the venue.
excited.
Yes. That song has evaded him, and his wife has been at certain shows where he hasn't been there and we've gotten it, and like it's like for some reason like Bob couldn't make it, and like he's just been so pissed and been looking for it for so long. So really pumped to get him to see it, but pump for everybody in the room. I mean, this is
And
just
so I have a very funny random story of Atlas. This is actually at my second STS9 show. I have this really great connection with this song. Weirdly enough. So my first show was 8/24/2013. My second show was 12/30/2013, which is Mer's last little stint. I had just turned 18. Okay. And so I go to the Tabernacle and I was not sober. I was not sober in any way, shape, or form. I do not remember that show at all. I have two memories of that show. Is my second show, and it was the night before like New Year's Eve, and I'm going on a run, this is gonna be fun, and I'm just some 18-year-old kid in the pit. And I just remember Atlas and just lights and it being incredible. And then I also remember basically some guy thinking that I was dancing with him, and he turned around and realized I was a dude. And then and then him and his buddies are like, oh, and just started cracking on him. And those are my only two memories of that evening, which is Atlas and then basically catfishing some dude because I was dancing.
I mean, and you were rocking the long hair at that point.
Yeah,
too.
you were really pretty little boy.
Why are you guys hanging out with an 18-year-old pretty little boy, dude? You guys tell me that, okay?
We had no idea. You were in venues where it was 21 and up to be, so it was like, okay, But
that night sucked ass. So you don't have to remember much.
You know what? Like I said, it was one of those things. I remember walking out and just basically being like, wait, the show's over. I was like where, what is my life right now? And it was, but I felt so much happiness and satisfaction in life. That was kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's beautiful weekend. But as far as the nights, and on paper, by far, 4 is the one.
Wait, didn't they have that terrible Cherub cover? Didn't they want to party all the time?
There's an Eddie Murphy song, and that song is awesome, by the way. But good God, was it bad?
Yeah, they had Cherub come out and do it with them. I remember that. And,
yeah,
everybody
was
like,
fun.
"This is all."
I remember in the moment having fun and going back and listening to it and being like, you.
Yeah. Yikes. But no, Atlas is becoming a nice quarterly treat within Setlist, which
we got Bob here.
Yeah,
that's so funny. That's great. I love that.
There we go. And then we get into some more Human Dream shit after a nice 3-song stretch of some older stuff with It's Alright, to get people dancing after a rock anthem of Atlas. And then that brings us to the first set closer here, which is our next clip, which for my money is the best stretch of music played all weekend.
almost feel like moments like this, like in the interludes, you really get kind of lost in like a really good way. It's very
Yeah.
ambient, like they do such a good job of this. Like these moments of giving euphoria through just beats and boops and whoops and wops or whatever. It's really beautiful.
Love it. I love, like Chris said, that the spacey ambient, they're really starting to do that.
I mean,
Or at least I noticed at the Knoxville show, there was a lot more jam outs with those like older school, like ambient, Jeffrey with the chimes and,
yeah.
kind of seeing that.
It's a masterclass of patience in spaceship landing and outro, but like it's so much going on here where like it starts very like glitchy Phipps heavy bass
Yeah.
modular, and then Alana Hunter comes in with the ebo, like the long like crooning notes, and then Alana like hops on top of Phipps's vibe and like brings in the fret tracks like
Yeah.
super forefront, and then she slips out of that fret tracks and like it's still that same bass line in like the back, and it's just that like fit like swing like fucking finish him type shit
Yeah.
like
Man, I'm glad you brought up that fucking Ebo
yeah.
because I I still am not fully familiar with what that thing does, but I
Is the Ebo the fret trap thing? Is that what y'all
know
are
it's
No,
the
referencing?
the
thing
ebo
that
is
Hunter has that like he drags across. There's a light on it.
Ah, yeah, I know
Um,
exactly what you're talking about. Yep. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Did not know that.
And I got a chance to see it up close at Wavespell in Buena Vista, and that thing is so goddamn cool. And the
hmm
noises that he is able to make with it are, I mean, are exactly what we're talking about here, like spaceship shit, like
Yeah.
real experimental out there drums and space type noises. But that thing does not get discussed enough. It is so cool, and when he pulls it out at the right time, it adds this really far out spooky thing
it's like
to
a whale call, yeah, it's
yeah,
like
Yeah.
it is like a fucking whale call. That's
and
amazing.
with this glass jam too, like we've seen some monster glasses here in the last few years, and like I mean the funk jam in the middle that happens here is fucking off the chain too. But like I wanted
Mhm.
to highlight this part because they've done these modular jams that have been more, like a little bit more high energy,
Mhm.
and like have a little bit less depth probably than this one, and they like always finish it, they always bring it back to the da-da-da-da, and they
Sure.
Yeah.
unfinish it here. They like, hey, we don't
I
need to
kind of was
go
wondering. I
back.
was waiting for that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to go back to that one. We're on this journey like right now. Let's stay on this journey to end this first set. And I thought it was a great way to, like we talked about before, like
Yeah.
to land
I
the
didn't
spaceship.
quite catch that.
Yeah,
This set list on paper is fucking fire.
yeah, yeah. It's very
It
cool.
was great in real
Yeah.
life too.
So set break. We get a little bit of preview of that August 6th release upcoming of the Soul Slap Studio release, which is very cool. And then we get into set two, Something Level Up remix. It seemed to have a little bit some different layers to it too. But I mean the big fucking back pocket shit was segueing it into Potamus. That is a really cool idea. I'm fucking all about that because I mean, Potamus at the end of the day is a four on the floor house song, right? People might think of it as like, oh, it's kind of like a funk track. Like, no, like that's Boots and Cats. That is like 128. That is
Dun,
house.
dun,
And
dun,
like,
dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun. You're right.
if there's anything about this Something Level Up remix, this is like it's just a house remix of Something, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So to see these two go together is like fuck yeah. Like I hadn't even thought of it, but like that's perfect.
Absolutely agree. And we cut this Potamus 3 minutes ago because we've got so much to talk about. But man, go back and listen to this. This shit is awesome. And
Yeah,
then
more insane fret tracks work
A
for me
lot
to
of
want to hear
lot
for
of good
sure.
jams.
Yeah.
A lot of Hunter.
Hmm.
and what a treat that seems to be getting a little bit more common coming up next with the 118. I am all
Yeah.
about this being a regular
Yeah. Pink
rotation
swords,
song.
baby. Pink swords.
Yeah, this
Yep.
is sweet. Good for them. I
Yeah.
hope this sticks around in this
This
frequency.
one had one of those really epic buildups at the end of it,
Yeah.
which was
This is
soaring
this is a
HG guitar. Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely a song that has the build up to that last guitar riff is always a very big treat. It's always a segment that is really something to wonder every single time they play it, and that's always a
Yep.
really good time.
And
Fuck yeah.
and then we get lift you up into our last clip from well, actually our second to last clip from this show. We'll listen to it and discuss.
Hell yeah. I mean,
That was the highlight for me.
if we're thinking of a theme for this Knoxville show, it's very experimental. Like this is like I say it all the time, one of those letting you into the lab type of nights. This gives me big Pink Floyd vibes, like 2020. If fucking 2026 had Pink Floyd, like the song "On the Run" by Pink Floyd, which is that super trippy instrumental song that the Bulls used to use it as the visiting team's intro music. And as a kid, I was like, "What was that song? I fucking like that shit." Like,
Why do they play such a cool song for the opposing team?
look at me, fucking,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
fucking 30 years later. Look at me here, like listen to this future shit. Like, man, really cool. I hope that was a real rain stick at the end. I'm sure.
I don't
It
know.
wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock
I
me.
can't confirm.
Brooke
just
can't
say it
see that
was.
far over the.
I can't. I can't. Jeffrey, admittedly, Jeffrey is the hardest for me to see.
Yeah,
But
I think at this point it's like real. Brooke, you can confirm this, right? Like with Zach, the new hair, like blondes have more fun, right? Like,
Dude, he's like Samson, dude. He's like Samson. He has like superpowers now. I'm telling you, bro. Like,
yes.
That
Fuck, man.
Did you see somebody call him Zachaerys Targaryen?
Oh my gosh! Thank you for reminding me. That was Brad Younghouse.
I loved that. I loved that.
He sent me the whole thing.
King of Dragon City, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That sounded like
that
Dragon
was so
City.
good.
That sounded a lot like Dragon City. Zachaerys Targaryen, first of his name, King of the Drum Kits, Prince of Dragon City, Lord of the Alien Realm, Warden of the Sacred Groove, Father of D&B Rhythms.
I love it. Yeah.
That's fucking poetry.
Accurate.
Right there.
That is the coolest 2012 I've ever heard in my life.
Yes. I told you before recording,
It's
2012 is
very
not a
different.
favorite.
Yeah,
but I loved the ending.
Just like the Glass Jam, right? A lot of the 2012 modulars have been like bangers, right? And they like bring it back to the when that. If we didn't tell you that was 2012 and you hadn't heard it yet,
never would have known. Wouldn't have known.
Never know. I actually went upstairs because whenever I have podcast nights, my son just fucking parties, and there was a Glass being played. That's his favorite song. Like he's still up right now. And I went upstairs to be like, hey, go to bed. I love you. And I came downstairs and I was like, what the fuck happened here?
Snake's computer broken? Like what the fuck?
This is the furthest departure from 2012 that I am aware of.
Yeah.
Not my go-to song, so I'm sure
mine either.
Someone correct me if there is something even remotely similar to this, but what a cool outside of the box way to take on this song, this modular section.
More of that. I'll take it.
Coming out of the high energy lift you up too, I think helps that too. That's an important starting point there as well. And then we get back into some drum and bass with the Galactic Spin class, or New Untitled as they keep labeling it in Bandcamp. Into Eve. And before we say it, guys, here, I just got to play it. It's a really quick clip. This is really exciting about this song, something that hasn't happened in a very long time.
Transcend the limitations of this physical reality. Transcend.
Yo, what? They're back. The fucking samples are back. And the way they fucking like snuck them in like gradually there, like so fucking cool. Like
everybody went nuts. The samples. Transcend.
Isn't that crazy how they literally just fucking like just play a couple samples and it's just the most OG shit ever. You know? Yeah. Like you're like seriously, it's like hearing like the Indian voices and like native end and like things like that, you know. So just those little things that you're just like, you know,
it's like watch this.
So where's the Here We Are Here Now samples in Ramon? I know, knowing that we have the Transcend samples, which I know it's been a shorter amount of time since we've heard those in Ebe than it has that we've heard that in Ramon. But like, Man, they talk about like, oh, we lost that shit all the time. Like, bullshit, dude. Like, it's sitting somewhere on a hard drive. I know it.
I mean, you get. I
You
mean,
just get one. Go ahead. Sorry.
women. Like, just get someone else to record it.
Yeah.
I can just raise
literally
my voice.
any.
Here
Here
we
we
are.
are. Yeah,
Here now.
Brooke just
Chris
nailed
can
it.
do it.
There we go.
Chris
There
can
it
do
is.
it.
So,
No, dude, Brooke, I think you just nailed that.
No, they
Honestly,
did it at the same time, and I couldn't tell the difference.
You can do a duet, Chris. My brother.
here we are, here and now.
yep.
Here
There it
we are.
is. Just clip that.
Yeah,
There we go.
There you go, team.
So you're welcome, STS9. Feel free. Anything you guys want to use from the podcast, feel
Yeah.
free to do it. We're sampling a
Please.
lot of your shit. You can feel free to sample us.
Yeah, for sure.
That was fucking great. So very exciting, and just exciting to see the new song "Into Eve." That is really cool. I think that opens up new possibilities of like, okay, what else can we see that go into, in terms of like, you think of other drum and bass tracks, maybe "Move My Peeps" or something like that comes to mind. That would be really fucking cool. But, or just like right into the "For My Peeps" section would be sick. A great grow here. This Get Loud. It goes off, man. It's almost up there in 12 minutes. Another again, still kind of the same um modular, line that we've heard with some of the more recent Get Louds, but like a really different take on it here. This one was super high energy and really well placed. I thought right after a grow. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, I don't think. And
Brooke's
then
kind of good, like little oomph to it too.
yep. I think this March Scotty is on our list of
I
did we
said
need
it
this
got
one?
goaded. What?
What?
Did we need this March?
No, you don't. No,
No.
you don't.
This was
We
not the
didn't.
goaded March, Brooke. This was not. I'm sorry. There
Okay,
are so many
maybe in the moment it just felt really good.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
glad it felt good. I'm glad it felt good. On paper and listening to the soundboard, it seems like we could have probably capped things off with that Get
All
Loud.
right.
I mean,
Whatever.
if this March doesn't exist, this goes Something Level Up remix into Potamus 118, lift you up into the headiest 2012 you've ever heard in your life. Untitled into the Ebe with the samples back, grow, get loud, walk off stage, go somewhere, take a fucking smoke a cigarette, drink a beer, and come back and murk that Frequencies encore, dude. Come
Yeah.
on. This is
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
What a great encore choice.
Yeah,
It
and like
was
just
very
boo-hoo
good.
extra songs. Like this is cool that they played March too, but like just as far as flow goes, you don't need it, man. You can walk off.
I love March just the way I love Vapors.
I'm not. I don't
So
think we're
good.
saying anything
love-
about. We've said the same thing about an Inspire Strikes Back, right? Like
Yes.
it doesn't really have to do with what song it is, right?
Just where it was placed.
Yeah, and like again, we're splitting hairs here. I mean, everyone wants more music, but like it's just an ongoing thread that me and Scotty have talked about, which I knew that your head would be in the same place about this,
Absolutely.
Scotty, because
Absolutely.
this Frequencies just continues the trend of incredible encore choices, and it continues the next night too, and we get to it in Birmingham. But like, what a great night! What a great way to end the first night in Knoxville in a very long time. So, how we
That's
feeling?
great.
How's that one rank in terms of hometown throwdowns, Brooke?
I went in with no expectations. I didn't even message request any songs. I didn't put anything in the lounge. I just went in for it. So, I left really, really pleased. Everyone
Mhm.
else was raving about the set list and the show. And I won't say that it was my favorite show that I've ever been to, but it was a blast. And
Mhm.
I'm very, very, I enjoyed it heavily and I want it to happen again. And maybe a 2-night run.
Yeah, love it.
Sure.
Maybe return to Tennessee Theater at some point. Maybe one night there, one night Mill and Mine.
Yeah, kind of,
I-
like that intimate with the, like I pitched that, like it kind of like a gate, everyone dress up and go to the Tennessee Theater if that kind of deal runs
that
through. That would be super cool.
that's something that would have me fighting hell or high water to get down to Knoxville for his return to the Tennessee Theater for sure. So who
I
knows?
didn't
Yeah.
go to my senior prom, or my junior prom. So I would love a Sound Tribe prom
There we go.
at the Tennessee Theater.
All right. Well, then that brings us to Birmingham here, Mr. Nguyen, hometown throwdown for you, which it had
Yes, sir.
been since that fateful Wednesday night at Iron City Music Hall, which we've spoken to your mother about actually on the
Yeah.
What year
program.
was that?
That fucking show rips, dude.
2015?
That's still a top 3 show for me. Like that's literally
Yeah.
like still to this day, like of all these shows I've seen, like that show, I was spoiled. I mean, I like call opener, they
Tap
played
in.
Yeah, that one's on
Ramon, Tap
Spotify.
In. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it is just really like exceptional. Like even and the thing was that was a moment for me when I really fell in love with this band because I messaged them guys I think for a week and a half. I sent them a paragraph every day why they should play Baraka every single day. And it was like, and every one of them was different. Every one of them was like the whole city needs this. I was like, they need this. And like, and
needs
The
but
this.
yeah, I was like,
city.
you don't know, like, and then for the encore, they do it. And like I said, that was just for me. I felt like it was them giving something to me, whether it was intentional or not. We should know. But
Yeah.
that being said, it made me feel so loved by the band that I had fallen in love with and like, gotten
Sure.
everybody on this train for,
Yeah.
it's cool, especially to have it in your hometown. Like, like, come on.
Yeah. So we know that we've got a good contingent of STS9 fans in Knoxville, it being so close to Atlanta and everything like that. Talk to us a little bit about the contingency in Birmingham, like and the hiatus of the band in that city and how that had people feeling and everything.
Yeah, I think Birmingham is very slept on in as far as the music scene here. And people love music here. There are looks here, guys. There are, and they're good. They're cool. They're just
Says the guy in the tie-dye shirt. Yeah.
Hey man, I came prepared, my guys. Okay, so all I'm saying is like Birmingham has a really good taste for music. I think that jam bands in general, people are kind of shocked at like how cool and especially Birmingham itself, the love for music. I mean, when I first got into it, there's literally like the old heads, you could say, which are, they're literally like 10 years older than me. They're the people who were into the band when I first got into the scene, and they all went to the show on Saturday. All of them were all still there. There's definitely
Cool.
a very solid fan base and love for the band, here. And I like it's really cool because it's funny when you go and you see all the same exact faces as you always do, because Birmingham only has like 198,000 people.
Mhm.
So it's not a very massive city. So you do see a lot of the same faces, and we all love the band.
Yeah.
They do the thing.
Yeah. And I know they had been to Iron City Music Hall a couple times with Alana. So a new venue for him here, Avondale Brewing Company. Tell us about this place.
Yeah, so this is crazy. This place is less than 5 minutes away from my house. It literally opened up just as is. It's a brewery. It just got like redone. So they redid and had like a whole second deck thing. But it basically was like the premier, in my opinion, still the best like outdoor venue in Birmingham as far as cool. They have a new like Live Nation amphitheater now here, and it's okay, but like the vibes at this place are just immaculate. They have really nice like fake grass and stuff. I have definitely taken off my shoes and danced on that grass, and cut some grass, not some rugs, but some grass. The beer is okay, but they like as far as the venue, the sound and the vibes and everything, I mean, dude, a bunch of my friends work at the venue and stuff, so it's a really cool place. Like the music, if you ever like if you're like gonna go to a show in Birmingham and it says Avondale, you're gonna know it for a good time. Like it's a really nice. There's food trucks. There's like all the stuff. There's it's actually in an entertainment district, so you can actually open container as well around and just kind of bar hop in that area. So it's like a fun little like secret. And across the street is my favorite indoor venue called Saturn. They have like board games and like all this other stuff, and they have a really cool heady venue inside too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, our guy Zach must have been in heaven as well. I saw a clip of a fucking golf simulator in the green room.
Yes.
Man,
yes, I have done
wow.
it. I've actually played on that thing myself a few times, and I actually did message Zach on Instagram because I was curious because he was gonna go golfing with some of my buddies because there's a golf course like right next to my house, which is right next to the venue. But just timing, he wasn't able to. But it was funny because in the back of my head, I was like, he's got a golf simulator at the place, so I know he's gonna be good. And he did say he did play it a ton, so I thought that was very funny.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Messaging him about golf. He ended up wake surfing.
Yeah,
in Knoxville.
it's literally attached to Avondale in the agreement. It's called Cinderella Story. You guys can like literally rent it out, and like it has all these different kind of cool games and service and stuff like that. But yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, I mean, we get a proper start to this show. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
back to the samples, baby.
Yeah. Native end opener, and then you get the full suite into the reemergence, starting off with some artifact here. So, man, punch in the mouth right off the bat. And they just smoke this every single fucking time. You're never going to complain about getting native end and reemergence. You'll never complain about just getting reemergence. But when you get the native end to start the show and on the front half of that, it's fucking beautiful. And then you get kind of that second start that we've been talking about a little bit recently, Scotty. I feel like this Presence of Light is like a little bit of like a reset. Like I'm sure the sun was still out at this point.
Yeah,
Chris,
beautiful
so
sunset.
Yep, that's a great sunset song.
And then it was probably dusk after that.
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
But dude, it's funny. They play By the Morning Sun.
Dusk.
You guys.
Presence of Light, Dusk, By the Morning Sun. They took you through a full evening there.
Wow.
And
right? Look at
I don't
that.
know if y'all saw, Zach had a crescent moon above his head the whole night.
No. Brooke, that was his hair. He dyed it a couple of days ago, and it was just the way the light was hitting. I see what you saw, though.
Brooke, whenever I see a crescent moon, I just call that God's toenail. That's what that's called, guys. Just to let y'all know.
Or now it's blonde Zach. It's blonde Zach's quaff at this point. But I mean, let's not blow by this By the Morning Sun. We can make light of it.
Yeah.
Unintended.
No, it's beautiful.
But I know that was probably a really special moment with you and your mom as well, because that's
absolutely.
I got the best picture.
I have this great actual like story. Shout out Gina, love your mom. This is really great. So I went to the show, and my mom was yelling in front of me. I got pit. My buddy worked the thing and he gave me pit passes, so I was like sick. So I get up into the pit, and my mom's in there in front of me, and the song comes on, and immediately, of course, I just think of her. And I look, and she's not in the place where she was, like in front of me. So she like kind of went off. She comes across me, and I was like, "Mom, like your song!" And she literally gives me like a little mini liquid IV for my bottle of water, and then just scurries off. I was like, "Yo, that was like the coldest mom move I've ever seen, dude." Like, I was like,
I wanted a hug. But...
I did get the hug. I did get a hug. Okay, it was very loving, but I also got some liquid IV, yo. So, and it was
hydrate.
Dude, it was the human dream out there, man. It was the human dream.
I got the best picture of her when it came on. Can y'all see that?
Oh wow, she's glowing.
That's adorable.
She was beaming, and so yes.
Yeah, I bet her face still hurts from how big she's been smiling that whole entire night. It was seriously it was a blessing to have that moment. And like I said, Avondale, it's a thing. The way they set up the times, the first set you're gonna get a gorgeous sunset every time, and it's a nice little touch of the venue. Yeah,
again, like it's a rarity for the band to play in a city like Birmingham nowadays. Mm-hmm. And it's a rarity to hear By the Morning Sun. It's never a song that's in heavy rotation. And, it had been 8 months since we heard it back in LA, which was a, artifact-focused weekend, right? So, like, I don't know when the last one was that was kind of more in the wild. I can look that up. Really the last one in the wild was at the Crystal Ballroom in Portland back in July 2025. So like a full year since we get one of these outside of a artifact build type night. So that's just the stars aligning, right? For you and your family as well. So
yeah, for sure. for sure.
All right. Well, let's get some funky shit. How about it?
I like that. That sounds
Start
pretty cool.
listening to it. Yep. God.
Oh,
Absolute ripper.
Dude,
Dude.
It was so good.
What the fuck?
I'm getting flashbacks.
Hunter Brown.
it sounds like he has something angry crawling around in his guitar, dude. Like those noises do not sound like noises that guitars make.
He got on like 4 different fucking like I don't know what to call them like note progressions like little like fucking like builds and like melodies he was hitting like I've never heard any of that in a Wicca. Like Hunter has like certain tricks he goes back to in certain songs. He just like debuted like 4 new different like fucking takes on it right there where like you're like shit okay he did that new thing and then like hits you with another and you're like dude what the relax like,
And see for me, I haven't seen a show since the Eastern. So like, for me, I like, going to go
that was
see
a good
band.
Wicca too.
Yeah, and like so like for me, like I'm literally sitting there in awe, like, like holy shit, it's like you're seeing like new tricks a little bit sometimes, it's like you're getting that nostalgia again, that reason why we do this. And it's beautiful, like, and it makes you really fall in love with them again over something that song that you've seen. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that song and none of them sounded like that,
Yeah. Yep.
You said Chris, and I think it was kind of hard to hear you, but I think I caught it. You said nobody gave a fuck how hot it was at this point outside.
Yeah.
That's true.
Man,
Yeah.
man, I think there's even more to be said about that because I think there are certain songs that almost feed off of that uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a sweaty
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah,
Wicked,
and if
it like soaks up the humidity and makes it like a part of it, and
Yeah.
it being in front of one of these Wiccas, it's like, oh, God damn, I guess that's what we're doing now,
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a sense of locking arms and marching forward to something, and
For
the
sure.
song just feeds off of all of
And
that.
I had liquid IV, so I was set, dude. I was set, bro. Like
I
that shit
recall
kicked in pretty quick, huh? Yeah.
Zach took his shirt off the second he started walking off stage. Like, I think his shirt was
Yeah.
even off before he was tossing drumsticks. Like, he was like, "Get this shit off! It's so hot."
Yeah.
Man, it's that shit'll fog your glasses out for sure.
Oh, yes, glasses were fogging.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. I know I said that about that glass, but that might be it for the weekend for me.
Yeah.
Fuck. So
Yeah, it was good.
I want to know this too here, Chris, because I know you've been a little bit more out of loop than you have been in previous years. Had you heard this Peachtree remix yet?
No.
Yeah.
I like as soon as it came on, I was like, okay, wait, I know the song. And like, that was the moment where usually I'm the guy that people always ask like what the song is. And I was like, yo, like I need your help, Brad. Like, come help me out. Shout out Brad Baker. Yeah. I was like, yo, like what's up? And yeah, and like and immediately like it all clicked. But yeah, like I said, I like moments like this where I don't know, because that's cool. Like, I'm like, let me just like see what you got. Let me see what you got.
Right. Yeah. Lay it on
and-
me.
For sure.
And
And,
then they bring in the fucking Outcast samples, and I'm sure you're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck, dude?
For sure.
Like,
Did you see that video of Zach?
Oh, what the video? Yeah, where he's like, he gets up on the speaker and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's really great. The energy too of like, people sit here and say like how corny that is, but I'm gonna let you know, you still get hyped for it no matter what, guys. Like it's
Yeah,
still one of
Who's-
the
everyone
wait,
loves Outcast.
Wait, hold on. Who's out here saying that a Rosa Parks sample on a Peachtree remix is corny?
No,
Meet-
okay. No,
Meet
no,
me
no, no.
outside. Meet me outside, dude.
No,
what the
no.
fuck? That is the most gangster shit. Like,
I'm
get the
saying
fuck outta
what's
here.
corny is jumping up on the speaker. And
Okay,
like, doing
okay.
that would be like,
No.
kind of like, but that's the thing is that you feed off of that. Now, do anything Outcast at all, like especially in Birmingham, and how close proximity is going? Everyone lost their mind. I was losing my mind. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you really feed off of like that type of like energy interactions too. And then he literally hops down and they just literally
He just
like
goes.
right on beat, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And like it's really good to do. It's very difficult, you know what I mean? To hit right on cue, stay on beat, and keep going like it was nothing. It's impressive.
Yeah, as the human metronome of the band, the fucking click track is literally playing off him. So like when he hops off the kit, like it's like okay, it probably cuts. Like they're like, keeping time, and then he brings it back in. Like, yeah, that's a good point. Super impressive to like fucking clock out and then lock back in.
How
For
Yeah.
long do you think his body could clock out? Like, do you think he could like walk away, have a drink, and still come back and just be perfectly on time to
He's
where
like he's literally like just like bopping, just like going to get the drink, like
He's in the golf simulator. He's just like. Oh man, they hit a few songs a
Come
cappella,
back,
you know.
bink,
He's still
yeah.
like, yeah. He'd
Comes
probably
back
be.
with a golf club drumstick, like just like out here it is.
Oh my god, that's funny as fuck.
Oh, so silly.
All right, and then fuck, man, they cap it off with another one of these massive big basins, huge basins,
Mhm.
biggest basin I've ever seen.
Big
Um,
old titty basin.
yeah, I mean, this is gonna be up there with top 3 to 5 tracks of 2026 at the rate of what they're doing with this song recently. And yeah, Chris, your thoughts on the first set ender here?
I thought that I always like this song. I think of the newer songs that they have. This one, really is one of the top ones for me because I think the composition of it is great. I
Yeah,
think that they
I'm
do
with you, dude. This
yeah,
this one gets some hate for whatever reason. I know Scotty's not even as on board about this song as I am.
yeah,
Like, this is one when that I heard the first time, I was like, "That's a fucking classic." It's like
yes.
it reminds me of Metamine. That's quintessential STS9. Like,
Yeah, and like I said, it's like this is one of those songs I feel like 5 years from now, you're like, we've had very long big basins, and I
Yeah.
just think that the core of the song and everything and like I said, the flow of it, the melody of it, it's just it's a good solid track. To me, it's not gonna be anything that's gonna blow my mind.
yeah,
But it still is going to maintain, I think, a good flow. Especially like I said, it was like you get 3 artifact songs, a wiki, a couple good tracks, a presence of light so then people can go get a beer. And then, you get like, and then like in a big basin was solid because like I said,
Hey, spoiler alert, I went and got my drink during Big Basin.
hey, like it was hot, I had liquid IV, dude. I was Gucci,
hey,
but like,
that's to beat the set. That's the beat the set break line. That's
I
right there.
literally
hey,
came back like in the
hey, yeah, that's
last
fair.
like few notes before set
Well,
break and I'm
and,
Yeah.
done.
and I'm not anti Big Basin.
Oh,
I
I know you're
just
not. Yeah,
I think once you show a version of it like they put out in Chicago, well now that's your bar.
Yeah.
And I just don't think I'm this is becoming a more stale statement because this one is fucking awesome. And
yeah,
the last
and
one
so,
they played was
and New
fucking
Orleans
awesome.
was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever one
Yeah.
between that was awesome. Like
Yeah.
It,
It's
it,
the
it's
So
one of the,
longest.
I'm
they're
It's
eating
getting
very
shit.
long.
they're
I'm
getting
eating shit for a minute now.
yeah.
I admit that. I just for a while it didn't it just the beginning of it doesn't really grab me, but very
I get
similar to
that.
even like a lift you up where
Yeah,
or I mean a like I do rather.
that
Um
one.
where the second half is so much better than the
Yeah.
first. I just I want to buy into all of a song and to me that's it's so cold hot for me that I just don't gravitate towards it. But I can't deny, man. I mean, this version is fucking awesome, and it's very much like another song in in this show from last year, Life of Symphony and Unity, right? Like we could have played every single one from last
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
and that's how Big Basin is becoming.
Yep. So we get to set two, which I am dubbing, no pun intended there, but pun intended. This was wave spell to start, or sorry, rave spell.
Yeah.
Like rave spell night, like the first time they did it in 2019 with Keep Dub,
Yeah.
like I do, and to
Oh
feel
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Now I
Well,
see your connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, you
Well,
start with the Better Day remix, yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But then those three in a row, Scotty, I don't know if we've seen those three in a show together since December 30th, 2019. I think that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, this I hadn't caught that before. And Better Day is kind of similar to like they played the Something remix in Austin at that
Yep.
Rave Spell show. Like
Yeah.
Better Day can fucking absolute the Better Day remix can absolutely stand next to Keep Dub like I do and feel it. Like that's
Hmm.
you're right. The
Hmm.
first 4 songs of this set are a Rave Spell show.
Mhm.
That's really cool to bring that into an outdoor venue at a brewery in the middle of fucking Birmingham, Alabama. That like
Yeah, and
that
it's really like I said, the energy too. Like that's going to be something I really kind of try to like really point out of when people come here and stuff, and they're so surprised at how like great of a city this place is, and also too how like we know how to have a good time, and like the band really matches that. I know for a fact from just interactions and talking with them about how great of a time that they have here. And I mean, them being from Athens and stuff, of course, they've been here multiple times, but the progression and like of these first three songs, like how we all were feeling, and there's just great two Alana bass lines all in these songs.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
and like people like everyone loves the shit out of her. And it was like I think that she was feeding off of that as well. I think that there was a really great rapport with the band and the crowd as well. Really all throughout, especially the second set.
Yep,
For
and
sure.
you get the lights going down, or you get the sun going down, the lights coming up, right? It's a good
Mhm.
it's a cool decision to start the second set like this, and like, I mean, dude, cutting room floor from this keep dub into like I do, Scotty. Listening to that just brings me back to the fucking ravine, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, man, it's that sounds so similar, and like what they've done with keep dub with that like fucking drum breakdown from Jeffrey, where it sounds like an old school really wet breakdown, is just I can't get over how cool it was. And like coming off Austin, that I was like that if there's a song that from this night gets its way into rotation, I hope it's that one. So
Yeah.
to see it pop up a few times now here is really promising. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Enceladus has been a monster for I think a year and a half now, maybe closer to 2.5 years, going back to the Chromolite Red Rocks run. I
That's
think
when
like
God's toenail was really
Yeah.
peaking.
yeah,
So
for sure.
a great thing with Enceladus. The this is gonna be a shout out to my friend Anna Riley. She during the songs, like I said, people will be like, they were like, Chris, I've seen shows with Anna multiple times, and we've heard Enceladus a lot of times. She's like, Chris, what song is this? I know the song. I was like, it's Enceladus. She goes, what? Enceladus. I said, it's enchiladas. It's enchiladas. Just say enchiladas, and you will know what you're talking about.
You
And
will
then she's
remember it.
and then I kid you not, guys, she asked me about another 4 or 5 times what the song was, and I just kept on telling her it's Enceladus enchiladas, But I
Hey,
mean,
Yeah.
is it Enceladus? It was the enchiladas a joke, or is there any truth to that?
No, it's
The
a joke.
joke.
the total
Enchiladas
joke.
was
Okay.
just because they came out with this song and they had a name for it right away, and like nobody knew that Enceladus was a fucking moon of Saturn or anything like that. So
Yeah.
people
I've
were
never
responding.
heard
They
them
saw it on the
say
set
it.
list. They're like, "That sure looks a lot like enchiladas." Like, yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like
I've never heard anyone say it other than other fans, and that's totally the type of shit that like a group of us idiots would just
Yes.
pronounce wrong for years and have
That-
no
And
idea.
well, see, I said it to a group of really pretty women, and that's who I was telling it to, and it was great. And for the record, they are not dumb; they are very intelligent women. Please don't hurt me, guys. But
No,
like
no.
You just said
but
they're
like guys,
pretty, bro. Yeah,
like
there were no implications there.
So-
You're fine. We
Yeah.
know you.
Star will probably kill me, but the way she remembers Enceladus is because of enchiladas, and she sings, I want the green sauce. I want the red sauce. So I texted her during the show.
that's
I
great.
want the green sauce. I want the
Yeah,
red
I'm
sauce.
doing
Love
it in my
that.
head right now too. I'm trying to figure
I
that.
want you
Yeah.
during the
I
she's
want the
gonna kill
green
me.
sauce. I want the
Want
red
the
sauce.
red sauce.
Oh,
Oh my god, that's fucking great.
She's gonna kill me. I'm
Dude.
sorry, Star.
I
You
want
guys
the
just like-
green sauce.
Dude, you guys just ruined that for me. How are you guys gonna do that to me?
No,
That's
we're
so
improving
funny.
it. Maybe
No,
it'll help.
because
Maybe it'll
your
help your
friends will
friend.
remember it forever.
Exactly. We're helping
Now
your
they're
friends
gonna
out.
sing.
And
I
what
want
Enchiladas,
a
the
great
red
sauce
sauce.
and red sauce.
I
Yeah.
remember when that song came out, guys. I remember.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
it,
it's
it,
the
it-
monster.
that was like in the height of we'll meet in our memes as well. So like people were just making a mockery of anything. Like so,
Very true.
Yeah, dude.
everything was a fucking joke. Now there's not a whole lot of shit to joke about at this point. So
Yeah, everything
shit's
is
getting
serious.
pretty serious.
yeah. And then we get balancing here into Life's a Symphony and Unity. It's all right. I fought this Life's a Symphony.
It
I
was
like
great.
those
Oh,
two
yeah.
paired together. Yeah.
I actually, the energy of it was fun. It was fun. Balancing, can you just give me green light again? How about that, guys? Come on, just give it back.
Even
Come on,
Hunt,
guys.
y'all.
Bring out
during-
bring out Lord. Come on.
I want the green light. I want the green light.
During balancing, I caught Hunter, and Hunter was even singing the lyrics, which you don't see Hunter outside of his his
Right.
zone much, and
That's true.
he was singing lyrics. Alana was, Zach of course
Yeah.
was doing all his theatrics.
Oh, yeah.
But during balancing, I was like, okay, this must be one that they really enjoy.
I mean, Balancing's a love song. Armani Rain confirmed it when he was on the podcast. I love Balancing. I love that song. I'm all about it. Balancing.
Oh.
We talked a lot about onstage antics, whether it be dyeing your hair or singing along the lyrics or stopping from playing the bass while you're in the middle of something. And I want to make a point that the thing about STS9 is like you said, Chris, some of that shit with other musical artists can be cringy because it seems performative. None of it seems performative. It's just
Right.
their reaction to what's fucking happening right now.
Yeah.
And the way that they're keeping their own energy going. I hate to bring another band into this, but it just brings me back to Lotus's new guitarist, right? Tim Palm, a great guitarist, but
Yes.
he's doing too much up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about right now, dude. Yeah, doing I remember I saw them when they opened. He took a full lap, I think, just around
Yes.
the
Yeah.
band. Kind of just for no reason. I was like, yo,
He's got the guitar
definitely
over
not-
his head. Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
just
yeah.
give it a fucking rest and play music, bro.
Yeah.
A little bit of that in taste is great, and that's what you're talking
For sure.
about, Nate. It's
Yeah.
when STS9 does it, it's because they are a full victim of the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just they're the same as us at that point. Right?
Exactly, dude. Tim Palmieri looks like he fucking practices that shit before he goes. Dude, he choreographs it.
In
Hey.
the mirror.
Hey, let's end it with saying a nice thing. He's a very good guitarist.
I will say that he rocks. That's the way I always put it when people ask me how he is. I always say that he rocks.
Take that for what it is, for sure. Yeah. Cool. That brings us to our final clip of the night here, and you talk about OG. Let's fucking get it. Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is something really cool that's a little different than what we talk about here. This is not new with the old. This is a very classic two songs being played together in a completely different way than we've ever heard it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, we say
I've never
evasive.
heard Hunter. I've never heard Hunter bring in Come Why like that.
Boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop. It almost
Yeah,
sounds like
like
Your Infinity a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
They're like, yeah,
he's on
sorry,
like
you
the
go, man.
offbeat. Like, yeah, like the
Yeah,
two.
it's crazy, man. You these are two of the oldest songs that they play. They've played them more than probably all but maybe 10 songs in their entire catalog. And
Come
to
Why is their most played song.
yeah,
Yeah.
and Evasive can't be far
It's
behind. And
Evasive's 10. Yes. Yeah.
see, it's yeah, to play this song so often and hear it with new ears, man, I just don't I can't say enough about that. That is so cool, and it's such a mark of a really, really high level musician.
I think that they did a really good job. And re-listening to it too really highlights like their ability. They were hopping like I like you did this like earlier, Nate, and that made me think there because they were bouncing back and forth. Alana and HB are bouncing back and forth of the guitar riffs and the bass lines of both of the songs, like kind of like all like right one after another of like a measure, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was really like I said, listening back on it like just then with all of you guys, like that's it really highlights, you know, their ability to keep a classic like this and then still reinvent it to make it feel fresh and really clean and very well rehearsed, like, you know, but still has that heart and soul of keeping a good jam going, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of shit they're definitely working on in the green room. Like where like they're unplugged, right? Like they're like
Mhm.
just kind of playing their music. Like Jeffrey's banging on like probably a table or something, and like Zach's got his practice kit and everything. Like that's the kind of shit that they're working out. And like I kept that clip going a little bit because they take that risk, and then there is a little bit of a flub there, right? Like, but then
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
like
They
Alana like
stop.
Alana like brings that like boop, 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 and then allows them to just like all get back together and like get it
Mhm.
back into the full come why. Like, um, it's moments like that where you're like, fuck yes, continue to take risks like that. Like it's okay if we drop the ball every now and then. Like it's that much more beautiful when it gets picked back up, right? And you know that's where magical moments come from, or taking risks, and you know that is a very different evasive Kamui for sure. And I mean the drum breakdown on this one too is really good. I mean, the second half of this could be a clip as well, but we only have so much time. But
Yeah.
we get a great Zach, and then
Yeah.
the continued just thread of incredible encore choices here with Hubble. I mean, if you were complaining about new shit early during this second set, they hit you with this evasive Kamui and then Hubble to
Mhm.
finish.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it was so good.
Yeah.
it's
And
just
Hubble's just like one of those tracks where it's like, you know, we have like a lot of really good, just like the Knoxville one, where you have just good, clean, like with the monkey music and with like the Move My Peeps, just good, clean tracks that have great composition. You just play them like you do, and it's just gonna be good. Like, you know, you can just let the music speak for itself. And definitely it was enigmatic about like that whole second half from Evasive all the way through. Funny story, in during Evasive, I think me and Taylor Woolman sat there for about 5 minutes thinking that it was either Simulator or fucking 2012, and we were like, no, it can't. It's not either. We sat for like about 5 minutes doing it, guys. It was actually very funny. And then and then
man.
and then I was like, wait, it's because they started going in because I heard Come Why immediately, and I go, it's fucking Evasive. I was like, it's
Yeah.
fucking Evasive, and then she was like, no, it's not. And I was like, and then,
I
and then
thought it was orbital for a second.
Man, you
know,
guys are rusty.
guys, you know,
Hey, you know how it is in
the
the
sauce
moment
was
sometimes. You
saucing, guys.
lose.
Okay, all right.
You
I was
lose
having a
you
fun.
lose it.
Yeah. Me and Scotty hear this with very clear eyes and ears, or in our ears and minds, typically.
true.
So we have the leg up on on you guys with that for sure. But I mean, you talk about a Saturday night finisher.
Mhm.
Yeah, 12+ minute huddle. That'll do it. That'll be some happy humans leaving the building that night. And
Yep.
I'm sure vibes were high. So,
See you guys in
um,
another 13 years or whatever it's been since fucking.
hopefully not. I'd love to get down to Birmingham, not for a
Yeah.
fucking Alabama football game. So, um,
Then, but it's all right.
That's Tuscaloosa, but
well,
It's 45 minutes away. It's all right, but
hop, skip, and a
it's
jump.
yeah, it's a beautiful like thing. Always seeing them, them playing 5 minutes away from my house is like, it's a dream. It's a dream, and it's something that's very fun. And I mean, now that he knows about the golf simulator, they're gonna probably come back sooner. So
I mean, they should have played simulator. What the fuck? Man, yeah, I hope they come back to both of these cities, both for your sake and everyone's sake, because it's always a fucking great shows to listen to, even if you don't end up there. But love to get in your guys' neck of the woods, and like you said, there's something to be said about sleeping in your own bed after a Sound Tribe show. It makes it that much easier to recover. So.
yeah, I came back at like 4 a.m. with my buddy, and I made baked potatoes and curry.
Ooh.
It was some good stuff. Classic me, guys. Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. Well, guys, Chris, thank you for joining us for the first time, my man.
Absolutely,
Brooke,
man.
thank you for joining us once again. And this was a lot of fun. Scott, did you have fun?
oh my gosh, I sure did. We laughed a lot tonight.
We did. We did.
I've got a lot of episode names like for ideas on this one. This is gonna be a tough one. But thank you guys for joining us once again. Thank you all for watching and listening, whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, throw us a comment and review if you're feeling nice. But got a little bit of breaking shows here, so I'm sure we'll have some fun shit up our sleeves here, Scotty, for the next couple weeks before they get back at it in the Pacific Northwest.
I mean, we are officially in the 9s, boys and girls. Next week is episode 90, and yeah, man, we're getting close to that 99 mark, getting close to that 100 mark, and yeah, we're gonna try to bring y'all some super special shit the next few weeks.
Love it. Thanks so much, guys.
Guys, I love y'all.
Peace.
Yeah, man.
You guys.